All right, I want to update you all with where I am and then show you, if you get any spare time, how you can help me. So when you play the game now, if you play the David test level, you can use like WASD to drive. And a lot of things have physics, but actually, you see, if you get stuck by something, you'll know that's when you can help me. So, like, I got stuck on this tree. So, I'm just going to go find where I am here. And I can stop the game and I'm just going to click on this tree. And you can see this tree doesn't have it doesn't have a rigid body. So what I have to do is basically just add a rigid body. And then the next step is I'm just going to leave this in the scene window and hit play and see if it tips over on its own or if it stands up on its own. And so while it's running here, it's standing up, so that's good. We'll have to work on fixing some of the fences later. They don't all stand up on their own. Okay, so now I guess what I would do. Oops, sorry, I'm wasting time. It takes so damn long to start and stop the game. It's very frustrating. Okay, stop the game. So since I confirmed that worked, I'm gonna go over here and click on the overrides button, and I'm just gonna hit apply all. But before I do that, I want to make sure there's nothing crazy going on here. Some of these things like have different variants, and we wouldn't want to apply like one of the texture variants to every prefab maybe, because that could just basically get rid of the variants. They'd all look the same because we applied that change to all of them. I don't know if that's a realistic fear or not, but just be mindful that you're only changing the stuff you meant to change. If you see a big list of changes here, don't do it like this. Instead, you can just right click on the thing you changed, which you could see a little plus icon, and see where it says added component, and I can just directly only add that. So then when I go to GitHub, I'll see I changed that prefab, and I can just say I added rigid body, which is what gives it physics behavior basically. Now let's keep going. Maybe I can find one. That one was easy. Some of them are real pains in the ass. Like, let's see that tall tree in the background. Let's see what that does. I bet I get stuck on that because I don't remember fixing it. So I'm just gonna drive straight into that thing. Yeah, okay, that one's stuck. I got stuck on that. So let's click on it. Now this one, you can see it's got this mesh collider. Uh, Maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. I mean, we can give it a shot. We'll just add, oh, it's got a whole bunch of colliders on it. So we'll try just adding a rigid body. And if it's a heavy item, like this tree is pretty big, maybe we say, so I mean, use relatives here. So our dump truck I made weigh like way more than everything else. But like this one, it weighs 50. So 50 for a bus. I made this tree weigh 5, so this thing should probably weigh like 10. It's like twice as big as that, as like this tree, right? That's 5, so we'll do 10 on this. Um, so this is technically kilograms, which is like 2.4 pounds. So that's like, in real life, that tree would weigh a lot more than that, but we'll try to keep our numbers kind of small to make sure things don't get too crazy. Because in real life, I looked it up, that a garbage truck is like, I don't know, 15,000 kilograms, and that just made my wheels go ape shit. So everything is kind of scaled down. So this is another one I got lucky. It just worked right away. So I'm gonna look at what I got overrides on here. Um, Probably I'll just directly add the override to that tree. So yeah, you can play the game, play it until you get stuck, as in like you run into something and it doesn't have a rigid body, so you just get stuck. It doesn't move. It's like invincible. And oh, let's see, like here's one, this bush. I'll add a rigid body, but like this thing probably needs a box collider because you're gonna see it's gonna like roll around because that collision shape is so stupid. Um, so let's just confirm my suspicion. Hey, actually, it worked. Well, let's pretend I wanted to add a box collider because it was rolling around, just in case you get that. I'm going to uncheck mesh collider. I'm going to add box collider. And a lot of times, what I've had to do is click the edit collider button and just kind of like make the collider. In a lot of cases, I had to make its base bigger than it needed to be in order to make sure it doesn't like um, tip over. Um, so anyway, that's what you do if that's what happens. In this case, it didn't. So I'm actually going to remove this. I'm going to turn this one back on and we'll just apply this change here. And then I'm going to go to GitHub. I got some more prefabs I changed. Added, oops. And there we go. We're rocking. So the more of those you fix until nothing gets you stuck, that would be good. Cool. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you later.